Opportunity Case that Press. I'm here with Tre Alvarado, who returns to action this Saturday at WFC 136. Tre, how are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking with you. You're 4 days out. How are you feeling?
Good, man. Just getting rid of the last couple of pounds, getting prepared, getting my head right. Feel great though.
Awesome. That's awesome to hear. Um, Before we talk about your fight, for everyone that doesn't know your story, how did you get into mixed martial arts?
So gone over it a couple of times. I was in the military when I got out. I lived in this awful town in New Mexico. I knew I was going to start drinking too much, so I started fighting just to not drink myself to death. And then won my first fight at Jackson Series out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Fought again a couple months later down in Las Cruces. And I was like, all right, I think I'm okay at this. I always loved doing it. I always wanted to do it since high school because I wrestled in high school and decided to just go for it. Here we go.
And awesome. I love to hear people's backstories, man. It's always fascinating to me. It's been about a month since your win over Mark Felix. How did you feel about that fight?
I felt good. I feel like I could have showcased more of my striking. He was definitely the favored striking fighter going to that fight. He was on a 4-fight first round knockout streak. So we knew that was going to be a strong point. We knew that we probably should have a plan for taking him down if things don't go right on the feet. I didn't expect to win against the cage. It was a lot of clinch work, but I could get an unhook on one side and then move to the other side, and it just seemed to flow the whole time. And I was like, I'm not wasting much energy. He's wasting a lot of energy, and I just kept ticking away until the third round where he finally fell. So I felt pretty good. I felt like it was pretty much our game plan, but not completely.
What was the game plan?
More, I came off a loss going to that fight, so it was my first loss. I wasn't happy about it. So the game plan was really, instead of other fights where we're like, hey, let's practice some striking, let's practice some takedowns, let's work on something while we're in the cage. It was just, let's go out there and get this win immediately. And I wanted to just take him down, TKO him on the ground and pound, and be out of the cage because I wasn't going to lose again. Wasn't a fan of that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask. I want to go back to that loss, man. What were the emotions like after that loss? I always find it fascinating how athletes deal with that loss.
So it was easy to just for me to like break down what had happened in that cage. And luckily from in my own head, whoever, everybody has their own way of taking loss, or in any way, it doesn't have to be just fighting, just loss in life, I finished that fight on top. So the third round, I was able to control the fight. I was beating him up. It felt like I just ran out of time. Um, the first two rounds, I agree. He won the round. He hit me with a big punch in the first round. Was able to secure some takedowns in the second round. So I was fighting a losing battle already. But the fact that I came back, woke up in the third round, started winning, I was like, it was easy for me to just like, okay, so we just need to work on that. I need to not be standing in front of my opponents. I need to be getting my head off the center line, and we won't have a situation like this happen again. So I fight best when I push the pace. So we just need to do my game plan. It's my turn, not their turn.
Sure, for sure. So this is your last amateur fight this weekend before turning pro. First of all, how excited are you to be turning pro very soon? And what was the decision to go pro?
I felt like we're making good strides. The last fights, I feel like my striking has really improved. My striking to takedowns, even my jiu-jitsu has improved a lot. So now I'm getting the opportunity to go train with Tabitha Ritchie from the UFC and go down to Black House and some other big places. It just seems about time. I've been doing it for free for some time now. I'd like to get paid, get a little bit of this money and time I spend in this back.
No, for sure, for sure. Awesome. All right. Well, South Bayer, man. WFC 136. how do you like the matchup?
I like the matchup, man. I would have liked. Um, I'll see how I was gonna word this. Uh, I like the matchup. It's a good one for hometown. I was hoping it was going to be another like undefeated guy, so we could both I could take somebody else's O, or they could be close, you know. But he comes. It looks like from what I can get from him, he comes from some type of wrestling background. He can punch. He can kick. He looks like he's about as tall as me. It's kind of hard to find stuff on him because he's from up in Washington, I think. So it's gonna be a fun one, man. I'm just excited to be. It's been about 3 years since I got a fight in my hometown. I know there's a lot of people coming out, so it'll be a good way to end this thing.
Yeah, man. Find your hometown, have all your fans come in, family come in. How excited are you to put on a show?
So excited, man. I go out there every single time trying to go for the finish. You know, whether no matter how it starts, I'm still going for the finish. You know what I mean? So it's exciting to have this. The people supporting me have grown a lot over the last. I think when I first started, everybody's you think of like the guy that's in a band for too long. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, you should probably do something with your life at first, you know. So it's nice. It's nice. It's been going well, man, and now it seems like it's actually going to go somewhere. So now I finally have some people really supporting the decision and excited to come out. And I keep getting messages like, "Hey, I'm coming to your fight. I'm excited to see." I'm like, "Yeah." So I hope to go out there, get a good highlight finish, take that belt, and hang out with all the people I love. You know.
Of course, man, of course. So, when it's all said and done, how do you see the fight playing out, and do you have a prediction for the fight?
Uh, I think we're gonna. I think I'm gonna win standing up in this fight. We've been working a lot on movement. I'm not afraid to go to the ground. That's where always been my strong point is the ground and jiu-jitsu, holding them down in positions, ground and pound takedowns. If it goes there, we'll be prepared. But I hope to showcase some of the Muay Thai. I finally feel like I might know how to do just a wee bit, just a wee bit. Mark Felix talked shit about my Muay Thai during the match last time. You know, I hurt my feelings. Had to step it up a little bit. Oh, I'll never forget that, man. We were in the first round, and this guy says, "Is that your Muay Thai? Do you even know how to strike?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking get you, bro. I'm gonna get you right now. I'm gonna get you, man."
Oh man. Oh, damn. Oh, awesome, man, awesome. Finally, what do you want the rest of your 2022 to look like?
Um, Trying to go pro, man. I want a couple of fights, dude. I want to get in there. I know it's gonna be a few fights before we get looked at for the UFC or Bellator or one championship. It's not really. There's no UFC is kind of like the prettiest one that everybody wants to go to, right? But depending on the other promotions, are nice now and they've been paying well. So depending on seeing where we're going, I want to make my way to one of those top promotions as soon as possible. So hopefully we get easy dub this fight. Don't take too much damage so we can just continue right on. I'm gonna do a subs only tournament in jiu-jitsu next month. Just there's some money involved in it. Got contacted for that, so figured that'd be fun to do. And then get right back to it. I have Francia of Paragon looking right now at LFA for me in the future. So we're trying to see if we can make that where my debut for pro is LFA. And they've been a great feeder promotion to the UFC. So just steady, you know what I mean? Don't try not to take off any time. No, as much as fun's fun. Let's get there. It's time to work, you know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Trey, man. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug in your social media, you want to plug your sponsors, want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Yeah, obviously I want to thank my coaches that have been working with me here in town, as well as Frangia and Tabitha, who've been taking me down to go work at these big gyms that I would have had an opportunity at. Meathead Movers has been sponsoring me and taking care of me. I'm looking for some more currently. If you want to follow me, it's Tre Mama on Instagram, TREMA MMA. Tre Mama. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, man. It means a lot. Hopefully, I get a good dub and we can talk in the future again.
Of course.